is a secret. I know you like to keep it clean. No prying eyes to keep you honest. What do you hide when you hide with me? If you think you're clever, then you've never weathered anyone like me. I've been training all my life. Guess your number's up right. Cause when she calls mine, I'm not gonna lie. Those pretty eyes, are you scared now? You can't erase all the things you've seen. Do you like my shells and all my monsters? Now you're my latest favorite thing. Do you wanna play misbehave? Say the ways you plan to hurt me, abuse and drain me dry. Now you wanna know if you'll make it out alive. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Don't you want my affection? I thought you said you were mine. Won't you join my collection? La, you'll be fine. Oops. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
All right. Ooh, I am on the wrong overlay. Haha. Well, all right. That sucked. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's try that again. I was wondering why that looked weird. That's because I got off to a completely bad start. Oh man, it's one of those days. It is Thursday again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the TTRPG Theater. I am your host, Phantom NJ. And as you can tell, we are running a really, really professional organization here. All kinds of planning went into the show in my head. And, well, apparently the right side of my head was not talking to the left side of my head when I put this together. So here we go. We do have a giveaway today. The stream is sponsored by Troller Games, makers of Castle Crusades, Amazing Adventures, and other fine products, such as the World of Aird, a world with over 10,000 years of history, all kinds of interesting stuff to it. It is a fantasy world. It is. It's a bit of a gritty world. It's a bit of a dark and gritty world, but there's all kinds of cool stuff. So if you're looking for a world that is pretty detailed and getting more detailed all the time as they keep releasing expansions to the Codex of Aird to fill more stuff in. Hey Ty, hey Lucicio, it's good to see you. We are not only on a late start, but I started off with the wrong overlays, so it's been a great start so far. I will be playing on Lord Gazumba stream tonight immediately following this, so we'll be ending this at about 6:50 my time. So in a little over half an hour from now. And yeah, I'll be playing tonight, and I'm going to be playing on Saturday morning. I may be playing two different characters. I know tonight I'm playing Gom the Confident, my now 7th level human barbarian. So, all kinds of interesting stuff going on there. I know I'm playing with some different people. I believe Grace is playing with us tonight, yes. As a matter of fact, I should probably check Discord, but yeah, I do believe Grace is one of the players tonight. As a matter of fact, I think I might be the only. I'm not sure if Jay's buddy Tom is going to be playing, but I might be the only guy tonight. I could be wrong, but I think tonight might be me and the ladies. I know Korg is playing with us on Saturday, so that'll be fun. Let's see. So for tonight's stream, nope, that is the Saturday morning group. Yeah, tonight's stream is Crane Right. So Grace, Myriad X, Show Me the Dice, and Cherry Blossom. So tonight is going to be all kinds of mayhem. So much mayhem. Really, like all the mayhem. Hey, Chris, good to see you. And then on Saturday, it's going to be Myriad X, Sparkles, Mandy, Korg the Mighty, me, and Jay said potentially one more person. So we'll see how that goes. She's been playing with us pretty regularly. So she's been the last few sessions that I've played. Myriad has been a part of. So. That's cool. She's been very active there. Tonight, so I didn't have much planned for tonight. I mentioned last week, I've got so much stuff that has come in recently, or not even recently, like in the last 6 months that I have yet to unbox, that I'm starting to lose track of what I have. So we're going to get started right with the unboxing because if my camera wasn't auto tracking, I would show you, and not only that, I've got the virtual background going. I would show you the pile of boxes sitting to my right on tape. The first one is a big one. I believe this is one of the things from St. Jude's. I don't remember if this was St. Jude's this year or last year. I've kind of lost track. But it is a big, big box. And I needed something to cut the tape open, and I couldn't find my X-Acto knives or somewhere. So, yeah, little tool. And here's where you find out that these things are good at. You could cut a toe off with these, but cutting through tape is apparently not in the offing. Ah, there we go. All right. So much tape, so much tape. And I didn't turn off the timer for the Righteous Hands, but that's okay. We had a fun session this past weekend. Looking forward to more as the summer comes. I will be joining for Summer of Siege, trying to put together some sessions for that. But let's see what's in this box first. Ah, yes. All right. Things I have not opened yet. Dungeon Crawl Classics 30. Vault of the Dragon Kings. Adventure for 10th level characters. Tournament edition. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep. Okay. Oh, okay. I did not realize that this thing had minis in it. Uh-huh. Well now. That's a pleasant surprise. Because, the one thing I am lacking is minis. So lacking in minis. Oh my goodness. This is out of control. It's out of control, people. The minis did not quite survive in terms of, oh, these are metal minis too. Oh my goodness. I think, yeah, no, they are metal. Oh wow. I have no idea who's calling me at this point, but they can wait. There is even a metal dragon mini in here to be assembled. I don't know how one assembles metal minis. What do you use for that? Anyone know? Because I'm going to need to figure that out, apparently. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in here. For whatever reason, it did not hold its shape in terms of that. Oh, that would be helpful if she knows. Okay, so apparently taking this out of the box was a mistake. Should not have done that. Oh well. Because now I need to figure out how to get back in. And things are just moving all over the place. All right. So yeah, this is one of the many things that I've received but had not yet opened. Why that is, I don't know. But now that I did, I'm kind of regretting having touched the stuff in the box itself, because it is not being kind to me trying to get it back sorted. All right, let's do this. How about that stuff goes over here? This goes over here. And we just arrange stuff as we can find space until I can lay those books flat again. Savage Splendor, 11 months. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just going through doing some of the unboxing, and I just opened Dragon Crawl Classics number 30, the box set, Vault of the Dragon Kings, which includes a bunch of metal minis. So, let's put this back in here. That back in there. Put the top of the box back on. And, so you can get a good look at it. Oh yeah, I'm going through the pile. I might regret this before this is over, but I'm going through the pile. Next up, we have something from Trollord Games. Again, this is going to be as much a surprise to me as it is to all of you. And of course, I realize that I have two minis that I forgot to put back, that did not make its way back into the box. So that's fun. We'll take care of that later. Yeah, some of this is going to be as much a surprise to me as it is to you. I mean, it'll be stuff that I know that I was supposed to receive, but like, I can't even tell you how long ago some of the stuff came in. It gets put on the side, and I never get around to it. And, you know, that's kind of what happens. Combination of ADHD, executive dysfunction, and all other types of fun. Oh, and of course, this would have to be one of those things that has the biodegradable packing peanuts, because of course it does. Why would it be anything else? So, Chris, thank you so much. Tell her I said thank you. Oh. So we're going to put the biodegradable packing peanuts in another box until I can throw them out. So whatever it is, it has a map. I mean, I will give you this. First of all, it's nice that these are completely biodegradable. They're just cornstarch. I found that they're also a lot less static electricity prone than the old-fashioned styrofoam peanuts are. And they do a really good job packing so stuff doesn't, like, bounce around. But, I mean, theoretically, I think you could. Would I? No. Would I for money? Yeah. All right, I don't know what that actual book is, but I'm not the book, the map is, but I'm not going to unwrap the map. As far as the and I am not doing a good job of keeping those peanuts from falling. Oh, okay. This is the Codex Infernum and Codex Exaltum Kickstarter. So there is the actual book for Codex Infernum. And Codex Exaltum. Yeah, that's one thing. Every time I see them at GaryCon, they never have anything in their store at GaryCon that I don't already own. I tease Dakota about that pretty much every year. And then Tomb of the Unclean. Adventure for 4 to 6 characters of 6th to 8th level. Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. This has possible uses coming soon. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'll figure out what this is eventually. I think it might just be a poster. I'm not sure. Sure. Thank you so much for the resubscription. 12 months, 1 year of subscription. Thank you so much, sir. So I've unboxed 2 things so far. Dungeon Crawl Classics 30, the box set, Vault of the Dragon Kings, which includes metal miniatures, including a metal dragon. And I finally got around to unboxing the Codex Infernum and Codex Exaltum. Okay, so this next one is another Kickstarter. It's listed as Hunter's Entertainment. This one is going to be, I believe this is going to be the Mycologist Handbook or Mycologist Primer. So if you've got a need for fungus-related info, this one would have you covered. It is, the third installment in a group of books. Basically, no one needs fungus. I would remind you that there is a fungal god or queen or however you want in the world of Greyhawk. I mean, no one needs, but they just started their 4th Kickstarter, and that one is going to be focused on birds. Yep. This one, the Mycologist Primer. Lots of great detailed stuff. It is really, really cool. The pictures and everything you'd possibly want to know. The second one was geologists, and the first one I believe was the botanist primer. So it was like flowers and such. Either that or it was herbalist. I don't remember which one. Either way, great stuff. Checking to make sure that I'm not throwing away any interesting paperwork or such. Hey, Tarva, good to see you. Where did I get this? That was a Kickstarter. Hunter's Entertainment basically is handling it now. I don't know where it's available outside of that. Probably available through the Hunter's Entertainment site. All right. Ooh, next one up is from Free League Publishing. This is... I don't know if this is Vaesen or Dragonbane. I've honestly forgotten what this one is. Real life fungus. Okay, this is Vaesen. Oh, okay. This wasn't even a Kickstarter. This was just an adventure or a campaign. It's a full length campaign in 4 parts. Vaesen, City of Nightmares. Free League Publishing puts out some incredible stuff. They've got really, honestly, a game for every genre you could possibly want. Whatever it is you're looking for, they've got it. And I'm going to say their VTT support is like second to no one. They've got VTT support for I think Foundry, Alchemy, and I think there might be one other, but Foundry and Alchemy definitely. Every single one of their games, every single one of their products has VTT support for those two at the very least upon release, on release. So you're not waiting for them to support it when it's released. It's going to be in the game. It's going to be available. All right. This one I believe is something I purchased from Drive-Thru. I don't remember what. Drive-Thru RPG. Let's find out what we got here. Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I had forgotten I had ordered this. This one is strictly in the I Blame Jay category. Timothy Brannan's The Warlock for Swords and Wizardry. This is all your fault, Jay. I mean, it's really my fault because I could have just gone with the PDF, but you know me, I've got to have it in print too. We have one last thing to unbox, I think. The funny thing is, I'm saying we have one last thing to unbox. I'm sure if I looked around here enough, there's probably a box hiding somewhere full of stuff that has yet to be unboxed. I did see that, Asher. I'm not crazy about that aspect of it. I don't need no... well, actually, I'm not completely familiar with the 3E version of the Warlock, so it may not be as bad as I think it is. At least I'm hoping it's not as bad. I mean, I trust Tim Brannan, so I'm willing to kind of go with it a bit. But if it ends up being a little too much, I can tone it down. And this is one more thing from Trollord Games. Based on how light this is, I am going to guess that this is a Codex of Erd expansion. Because in the box is an envelope. Because of course it is. And in the envelope Called it. Codex of Erd. Codex of Erd expansion. Dwarven Trace. And Codex of Erd expansion. Northern Waste. They've been I'm going to say one thing I am happy about is the fact that, you know, and I had mentioned this to them. I'm not saying that they did it because I told them to, but Gary Con, not this past year, the year before. You know, I had a talk with them. I think I have the new one. The new one might be on also be on order. Touch of Evil. I either that or I'm sitting. I think I might have just ordered one of the. I think there's two newer ones on that came out. And I think I have one of them on order because I had just gotten a coupon or a gift card from might have been JStream. I'm not sure. But yeah, you know, at GaryCon of last year, I had, you know, spoken to Steven and Chuck and such, and I mentioned the fact that I was kind of frustrated that everything was coming out in Kickstarter format and that more content was needed that was being released straight to the store. And Steven even said at the time, it's like, yeah, we're going to start doing that. And to their credit, they have. They've released adventures and Codex of Erd expansions that are tied to nothing. They come out directly. They go directly to the store, which is great because, you know, I don't want to have to wait 16 months or 18 months or whatever it takes for something to come out when it's something that doesn't need to. Oh, that's cool. That is awesome. At some point when it comes out, I will need to buy the Adventurer's Spellbook. Because I want to see how, and then I'll have to go and rearrange things for the domains and spheres and such. So that'll help with the specialty priests as well as the elementalist classes and such. Jay, yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. See you in about just about 10 minutes or so, maybe a little less. All right, yeah. So that is the unboxing for now. It's quite a bit of stuff, and now I just need to go and find places to put everything. Oof. I hope everyone's having a good week. It's been a busy week. These weeks just go by so fast. It's ridiculous. I feel like we were just here last week, and you know, and here we are again. And soon enough, it'll be next week, and it'll be like, well, where'd the week go? We are in May. That is hard to fathom that we are in May already. But you know, it's a thing. It is definitely a thing. And like I said, I'm playing tonight on JStream. I will be playing again on Saturday morning on JStream. Razkill, first of all, thank you so much for the subscription. What do you call it? Thank you for using your Prime Gaming subscription with us. I do appreciate it. 3 months, that's awesome. Summer of Siege is approaching, and yeah, I need to figure out sessions for that. Savage Wonder, you know, I mean, I'm dreading it, but I need it to arrive so that I can finally mark it off my list. It's time. We've been waiting for that for so long, and you know, I mean, I'm thrilled for the trolls that they got it. It's you know, it really getting the Gygaxian fantasy, the world building stuff, and the Castle Zaggig stuff has been amazing for them. It's allowed them to grow the company. It's allowed them to do like all kinds of things. But it came at the single most inopportune time. Actually, no, not the single most inopportune time, because talking about things that came at the single most inopportune time was the OGL mess happening just as they were about ready to release Amazing Adventures, and then they ended up taking another year to go rewrite the book after they made the decision to do the Reforge. I've said enough of my feelings on Reforge, but it is what it is. I'm still running pre-Reforge stuff just because I need the easier transition from AD&D to CNC, and I like my spell names like they are. I want it to remain my spiritual successor to AD&D. So I'm keeping everything as it is. But yeah, and the Angel and Devil books, I'm honestly surprised that, well, the Angel and Devil books, honestly, the reason the Codex Infernum and Exalted took so long, I agree. It should have, I mean, once they made that decision, I knew it was going to happen. But it also impacted that because of the fact that Jason, when they had to go rewrite Amazing Adventures is Jason's baby. So, and he was writing, I don't remember if it was Exalted or Exaltum or Infernum, but he was doing at least one of the two books. So suddenly he had, two massive things that he had to, work on back to back. And the Gygaxian Fantasy Worlds, I mean, you would think it'd be an easier thing because it's already there, but apparently it was a heavier lift than you knew. And their entire schedule for, the last, was it 3 years now, has been a disaster. And, but at the same time, it's been good for the company in the sense it's allowed to grow. Orc Skull, thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? I'm assuming you're playing some D&D of some sorts, or what were you up to? Hope it was something good. It did. The OGL messed through a grenade, and TOG got hit really, really hard with it. It screwed up their release schedule, and in the middle of that, it was in the middle of all that they got the guy Gygax cooking sausage rolls. Well, all right. I love good sausage roll. Sausage rolls are good stuff. Tasty. But yeah, it like lobbed a grenade in the middle of their production schedule because, they got the Gygax licenses, but then there was pressure to do something with those licenses and get stuff out and get it going, which also impacted everything else that they were currently working on, which was already impacted by the OGL mess. And we're finally getting to the point where, once the fantasy worlds and once the Castle Zagig part that is nearing release, not the one that just they just did the backer kit for, but the one that was already backed and they need to do the physical release for it. Once they have those out, they're finally going to be sort of back on schedule. And I'm hoping that, from there on in, they can be a bit more choosy about what they release and when. They were hoping to have Castle Zagig Volume 1, 2, and 3 already out and shipping before they did the 4 and 5 backer kit, but that ended up not happening for... I forgot. Stephen had mentioned on one of the streams what the reasons were. They need to thanks to my my British brother-in-law, I do know what Toad in the Hole is. Oh man, it's fun knowing stuff like that. But yeah, I'm hoping that they'll be fully back on track, because prior to that their release schedule was decent. I remember being happy with the the cadence and such, and the time it took. But again, they got hit really badly with all that timing. So there was a couple of self-inflicted wounds along the way. But I mean, all in all, there hopefully things will get back to more normal. And like I said, I'm glad that they're releasing stuff straight to the store. All right, for those of you who rated in, first of all, hi, I am Rob Phantom NJ, and on Thursday nights we talk about TTRPGs. I just did a bit of an unboxing of stuff that's arrived in like the last year, because I swear I've been holding on to some of the stuff that's a year. Oh my God, V for Savage, don't hurt me like that. Of course, when you say V, you have to add the for Vendetta, because otherwise I'm going to think V, V, and then V, the Final Battle, the 2 miniseries, and then the not so great series that followed after it, and then there was the reboot. Now it's about 10 years ago, maybe more, that they did the reboot, which was not great. It was all right. It was fine. Which left us on a cliffhanger, and then they canceled it. So, yeah. Thanks, Wolf. I feel much better now. But anyway, on Thursday nights we talk about TTRPGs and other things. Did an unboxing tonight, a long shot. However, I'm going to be getting out of here shortly because I am playing some D&D on Lord Gazummer stream tonight in just a few minutes. Again, we do have a raffle going on. A $10 digital product coupon towards any Troller Games product from their site. Exclamation point ticket to enter. And I'm going to be closing that out in just a few seconds. I do want to say that, first of all, thank you everyone for showing up, for chatting. That is awesome to see everyone. Thank you so much for the resubscribes. Orc Skull, thank you for the raid. No worries. Tomorrow night will be, oh my goodness. Tomorrow night is going to be Friday Night Crusades in my Discord. And I just realized that I never got a chance to talk to Grace or anyone else from TLG, because I haven't seen Chuck in a while, regarding the fact that tomorrow we are celebrating 1 year of the restart of Friday Night Crusades. Technically it was last Saturday, this past Saturday, but we are celebrating tomorrow night. So, if you want to have some fun, come in, listen in. We start at 8 p.m. Eastern, go to 11 p.m. Eastern. It's a pretty hard stop. And it's always a good time, whether you're playing, whether you're listening in. If you're listening in and you decide you want to roll up a character, you're more than welcome to do so. No, there is no attendance requirement whatsoever. You show up whenever you can, for however long you can, and however often you can. Thank you, Savage. I appreciate that. We've had a pretty steady group, so there's, unless I'm not feeling well or there's some kind of prior arrangement, we do normally have a game every week, because there is a solid foundation of players who show up week after week after week. I never know what they're going to want to do next. There's a very large open sandbox component to this. There's a story, but I never know where they're going to decide to go next. I can kind of guess and hope, but sometimes they surprise me. And there's the good fair amount of role play. We have some combat, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope you join us. But otherwise, let me get to stream ending, and I will close out the giveaway. Last chance, exclamation point ticket, closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing out the giveaway, drawing a winner. Lucidios, awesome, congratulations. I will get that code out to you. Please stand by for the raid to Lord Gazumba. I need to go grab myself a drink while the raid is happening. And I hope you all enjoyed tonight's session over at G. And, come see us tonight. Come see us Saturday morning. Oh, that is awesome. 24 viewers going in. Rating in 3, 2, 1. See you on the flip side.